this versatile, and he feels like a huge part of this defense at this moment. I guess what has been your perspective of his development?
Yeah, we felt like when we were recruiting him that this is what we thought he could be. That we thought there was versatility there between nickel and corner, and that's what you're seeing. Very competitive, very instinctual. And you're seeing it. He works really hard. He's another guy with a great work ethic that is always in here watching film, getting extra work in. He's very serious. He was very frustrated last year with that injury that he had, and so worked hard this offseason. And now you're starting to see his best football.
And then for that 2021 class, you talked before the season about this is going to be a big year for them. 7 games in now, a couple top 10 wins. I guess what's your assessment of that class and how they perform?
I think you're getting more and more of these big game experiences, and when you get more battles under your belt, you learn more and more. You become more veteran, and now they're becoming that way, and that makes you dangerous as you head into November. So it doesn't mean anything. We still got to play this week and got to keep growing, but it does make a difference when you have guys who played a lot of football. I just think back on maybe some of the teams we had the last couple of years. We've been talented, but not as experienced. So again, I've said this before. We're going to count on that being a difference maker here.
Jeremy Birmingham, the podcast.
Ryan, as you go through a season, there's obviously a ton of things that you're thinking about on a week-to-week basis, tons of different evaluations, minutia. How do you evaluate the job individual assistant coaches are doing as far as their primary responsibility throughout the season? Is that a conversation you have now, or does it always have to wait until the end?
No, it doesn't have to wait. I think the first and the easiest way to identify and evaluate is, are your guys grading out as champions during the game? And if yes, then keep it going. If not, you got to figure out why that is. If your guys are grading out over 80% in a game, then that's the sign that your unit's performing at a high level. And we want all 10 units to be operating at a high level. If that's the case, we feel like we can win any game on the schedule. But if not, then something's going wrong. And each guy's responsible for recruiting their position, and then developing their position, and then ultimately the performance on the field. So, we're all being evaluated, me included. So, every week is an evaluation, in my opinion.
How much do you look at, a year ago with the room very thin, depth-wise, and then a lot of injuries, and when you see the development into this season, it looks like night and day. I mean, how do you measure all of those different data points?
Yeah, well, first off, it's the eye test, and I think I mentioned that to you guys in the off season. It's like, okay, we'll believe it when we see it, but they were getting their hands on balls all off season, and then now you're starting to see production on the field, and that's what you look for. You look for the eye test, you look for how are they practicing, and then ultimately how are they performing on the field.